Hi guys, welcome to Office Blokes React. I am Office Bloke Dave.
I'm Office Bloke Daz.
Collectively we are two of the Office Blokes, just two.
Mike's been arrested.
Well, what happened this time?
He was at the airport.
Is it the airport?
Yeah, he's not used to going to the airport, is he?
That's very true,
Yeah.
actually. At least he owns a passport though.
Yeah. Tried to board a flight to York.
I thought it was near a school again.
Could have been that. Well, I think it was half term.
Is there an airport near a school? Because that could be a problem.
It was the people that were in the airport from the school.
Right.
Whilst he was at the airport too.
So it was like a school trip, a load of kids going away, and Uncle Mike
You got the gist.
chaperoning.
You got the gist.
Yeah, so we'll see the bail conditions and if Mike's allowed to appear on YouTube.
Yeah, so if you can all go down to patreon.com.
/free Mike. Right, airline passengers losing their shit.
Ooh.
Number one. It's a good job we chatted pants for more than 30 seconds then, because I swore in the title. You're not allowed to do that anymore.
See, I just don't get this. There's no point arguing with somebody when they've made a decision. You're not going to change their mind, or you're not going to turn an aircraft back.
It's like dealing with kids.
The only thing you got to do is try your best to do the next best thing.
Yeah.
And be polite.
Yeah. I took the kids to swimming lessons last night, and they're now in different lessons because Oscar's progressed faster than Phoebe. And me and Oscar are sat watching Phoebe's lesson, and the whole time he's going, "Can I have a biscuit? Can I have something to eat?" And I went, "No, you're not allowed to eat just before you go swimming. That's the rule. But can I have a biscuit? Can I have a biscuit?" It kept going on, and I'm like, that's what people like this remind me of.
Yeah.
Well, like you say, when the decision's made, it's done. You've now just got to deal with it and move on with your life. That's it.
I don't know what this incident's about, but they're all surrounding like an airport employee.
Yeah.
I remember once I was in an airport somewhere. I can't remember where I was, but I remember everyone was kicking off like this, and I sat back, and then when it all sort of like calmed, and she was going like, "We'll let everyone know about the flights in a minute." I jumped up, went straight to the counter, and I said, "Listen," I said, "I'm not here to have a go at you." I said, "All I want to know is this flight going to leave?" I said, "Because if it's not, I'll book a hotel now.
Before all
they're going to start looking." So
Yeah.
she went, "It ain't going anywhere. It's not even arrived." So I went, right, boom. Got on the phone again and went, "Book me a hotel wherever it was."
Yeah.
And I went, "Right, here's your reservation." And everyone was like, "Can't book a hotel now." And I was like, "Don't mind. See ya."
That's the difference with just being polite, isn't it?
Yep.
And stepping back, don't be aggressive. I feel there used to be a TV show. I don't know if some of these clips are going to be from this.
Yeah, I used to watch it. Yeah, it was
In
quite good.
Luton Airport,
Luton
was
Airport. Yeah, I think that's Luton Airport. It looks like Luton. That.
Is it?
Yeah.
But
Looks
yeah,
like it.
you just watch some of the people, and it's like, bear in mind that person's just trying to earn a living. That's giving you the bad news.
Right.
They're not the pilot. They've
Correct.
not decided. They've not done this or that. They're just the messenger going, listen, they're trying to put out fires.
Correct.
What a tough job for someone to have.
Yep.
But yeah, let's get into it. Airline passengers losing their shit, number one.
We are going to be on that flight. I warn you, we are going to be on that flight because we were told by your own people that we were okay. So you take responsibility and you get us on the flight.
Unfortunately,
There is no unfortunate. You are unfortunate.
Every day at Luton, over 100 passengers miss.
It is from the TV show, isn't it?
Yeah, he had them crazy eyes. The other ones that are white all the way round.
You've got to be very careful about language in these situations because he was on the verge of threatening her then. And that's where, like, she's kind of taking it being respectful. But if he would have swapped a couple of words round, potentially, she could have just gone, "That's a threat, get out of the airport, you're not flying
Phone
with
the
us."
police, yeah.
Their flights.
No chance? No, it's got an on-time slot, I'm afraid.
Some take it well,
sorry, that's a no. Can't get you off.
and some don't.
No, really, you can't get on that flight.
How do you keep a straight face?
You know what that sounds like?
Jeez.
Do you ever see those videos on like Instagram or TikTok of dogs trying to talk like humans?
Yeah. It was one of it.
And some don't.
No, really, you can't get on that flight.
Okay, so for those of you who don't know, Airline UK was a TV programme that was on in the UK from about 1998 to 2007, and it was basically just a camera crew following EasyJet around to see what goes on at airports on a daily basis. After 11 years of filming, there were literally hundreds of episodes of people freaking out after being told they wouldn't be allowed to board their flights. So I've put a few of the best clips together, and yeah, let's get into it.
Back in the terminal, it's showdown time. Alan Derbyshire, the airport duty manager, has been called in to deal with Mr. Ntaki, who's refusing to accept he can't have an immediate refund.
This is what I do not like.
Well, I'm sorry.
You take the money immediately, but you can't give it back.
You arrived for the 7:30 flight too late. And that's the bottom line. If you had arrived before 7 o'clock at the check-in desk, you would have now been on the 7:30 flight.
I hate to say it, the fat Mark Corrigan's absolutely on the money, isn't he?
No.
You obviously
Because,
got
no. When I book a flight, I expect to go on that time. I don't care whether you postpone it to earlier, later. I expect to get on that flight.
Right.
And if I don't, because if you look at my application, because I know I don't stay home, right? I gave my mobile number because I know I have my mobile number with me 24 hours.
The bottom line is, that is it. You have turned up too late for your flight.
And I say,
there's nothing more we can do for you.
I want my money.
You're going to have to write to customer services.
Why should I write to customer service? I didn't have to write to you to pay for it.
If you'd have been here on time, so you
I didn't have to write to you to pay for it.
If you'd have been here on time...
I didn't have to write to you to pay.
Yeah.
Now you're pissing me off. I didn't have to write to you.
It's lasting this long.
Yeah. I do see both sides. I can see why he's angry, but he's overreacting. But he has turned up late. That's the thing.
But there'd be terms and conditions.
Absolutely, they're covered.
Yeah.
They've thought of all of this.
They face this every day.
But I get the logic of, you take my card details and pay for a flight, and he's saying, like, get on a computer now and just okay the refund or whatever.
He's not in that team, that department.
No.
You've got to go through the right channels.
I'm sort of being devil's advocate a little bit. I'm not justifying the behaviour, though, because he's being a dick.
Yeah, he's being a dickhead. Yeah.
You pay for it, did I?
Finished. Right,
Did I have to write to you?
That's it.
Did I have to write to you
Can you
to
escort
pay
him
for
off
it?
the airport, please? Thank you.
Huh? Did I have to write to you to pay for it? Did I have to write to you to pay for it?
Best thing you can do with people like that is everyone walk away and let him be crazy on his own. Yeah. And be like, just shouting.
Just
at
the easiest
inanimate
thing to do in that
objects.
situation is just say, how can I get on the next one?
Yeah.
I know.
He's late. It's his fault. Be nice to the guy. Can't believe I've done that.
Yeah.
Gutted. What can you help me out?
Yeah. What can you do for me?
Transfer me to the next one, because usually I think when they transfer you, the cost that you paid for that flight would cover the next flight.
Yeah, they usually have like partnerships with other airlines, different places, and all that kind of. It's happened to me loads where you get there, you've arrived late on a connecting flight, no fault of yours, sort of thing. But if you're polite, they'll accommodate you. They'll do the best. You'll be prioritised.
It's the same with dealing with anyone, isn't it? If you're rude to cops, if you're rude to anyone who's in a position of authority in this sort of context.
But this guy's not helping himself.
No.
He's just going to get turfed.
He looks like an idiot now.
He does, doesn't he?
And he's getting kicked off the airport, and now he can go and shout at a lamppost outside.
Airport, sir.
Did I write to you to pay for it?
Pushed to the limits, Alan loses his patience.
To get my own money.
Because you were too late for the flight. That's why.
So I don't want to go
your
anymore.
fault. Your fault.
Yeah, but I don't want to go no more.
Fine. So you've got to write to get
So
your
give
money
me my
back.
money.
I can't.
Why should I write for my own money?
Would you please leave the airport?
It's not your money. It's not your money.
Would you
Is it your
please
money?
leave the airport?
Why do you have to write? Why do I have to write?
Call the police, can you?
Why do I have to write?
Just call the police, please.
Oh, okay.
At Liverpool Airport, a woman who's flown in from Paris on her way to Malaga for a holiday has been pulled over by security.
I've seen this clip.
Oh, I've not seen it.
I know what's about to happen.
It's not got livestock in a bag, has she?
Is that your guess?
Yeah.
In the,
Like a cat or a dog or something.
With the case.
And this is the reason why.
This is the problem that he's very frightened. Poor old cat, Koshka, and EasyJet doesn't like cats. Passengers too. I prefer to laugh.
Even though EasyJet doesn't allow any pets on any flight, Delphine Ramel thought nothing of smuggling Koshka on board as hand luggage.
In Paris, nobody told me anything for the cat, and I used to take my cat everywhere. And here they don't want a cat on their flight. It's horrible beast.
Surely the cat hates her. The cat's just been on an hour and a half flight in a suitcase. The poor cat.
I've had to call somebody. I've had to call somebody about your cat. Right.
The vet. He's coming down with a big needle. Shh. Yeah. Shh. I've had to call somebody who's going to come down and take your cat for a drive.
We're going to sedate you, and then we will sort the cat problem.
He brings a cat on holiday. We I don't know if I don't think you're allowed. I mean, I've been on a plane where they brought a falcon.
Really?
Yeah.
I presume there's loads of hoops you've got to jump through to get to that point.
It's got to be Emirati.
Right. Okay.
Just saying, I'm bringing it on.
Yeah.
But yeah, like champion falcons, like in different things, like award-winning birds, and they wear like these little blindfolds.
I've seen them.
Yeah. Pretty cool.
And the cat now has to go into quarantine.
No. The cat alors là, mais allez vous faire. Mais alors, non mais ça va pas. Non mais vous êtes malade.
So at an international airport with a cat that's in the country illegally, she decides that the best thing to do is make a run for it. Obviously.
The fucking baguette-eating dickhead frog.
Delphine has finally decided to turn herself in, but she's not about to come quietly.
Look at this! I'm a big terrorist with my cat! Look at it!
It's not
3 persons! Just for me, 3 persons for a cat! That's ridiculous!
Terrorism has got nothing to do with it.
That's grotesque!
You cannot bring a cat into this country.
Yes! I don't care what you say! That's too much today! Too much! You break my holidays! You break my case! And now you want to take my cat!
Do you have any documents?
Stop it!
Do you have any documents?
Do you understand?
Not while you're shouting around.
Yes, I should because I'm fed up!
You shouldn't have brought the cat.
Fed up! Now I want to come back to France! And I will never come back here in Liverpool!
No one does.
Does she just kick the one with the cat in it?
No one wants to go back to Liverpool, love. Fine.
And I think we'll be all right with her not coming back to the UK anyway. Keep your Karens.
She's loony.
Yeah. She knows. When they caught her and she was first being filmed, she knew. The way her body language, she's laughing about it. She knew she was taking the piss. She just didn't realise it was as serious as it could have been.
Where's the taxis, please?
They should have sedated her with some ketamine.
I thought she was going to start singing Jola Taxi.
That's just... Yeah, that's bad, wasn't it? Who does that?
You know the rules. You just read the terms and conditions of any carrier, whether you're going on a bus, a boat, a plane. Just read it and just sort of see what you can and can't do.
I think it's
common. You can't carry a gun on it, believe it or not.
It's common knowledge that you can't just put your cat in your handbag, though. Yeah. Otherwise, she wouldn't have been zipping it up and hiding it. She would have just had it in her hand.
There was one airport I went to, and I think it might be Singapore, and they had this like massive glass case, and it was things they'd found in people's bags they were trying to carry on.
I've seen them at airports.
And there was one that I think I told you this before. It had an axe in there, and I'm like, who's trying to bring an axe on the plane? Proper massive axe.
I've taken stupid things on planes by mistake. I had a big metal bike chain once at the bottom of my bag, which I don't know if it's specifically you're not allowed, but it's one of them where it was like a big heavy chain.
Yeah, he put you overweight.
Well, it could have done. Yeah. My dad's taken bullets on planes multiple times by mistake.
Yeah.
And literally, he's been caught as well.
That's where you go into as well. Could be a big...
Well, he's always been caught at Manchester Airport going out. Yeah. And because he's a licensed firearms holder, once they go through all the checks, he misses his flight, obviously.
Yeah.
Hours of interviews, going through checks to get to the point where they're legally owned. He uses the same bag to go shooting as he does to go on holiday. Which is just, it's just, yeah. But they've always been good about it, to be fair. It's just, they'll get you on the next flight.
In Liverpool, not everyone is impressed with the new terminal.
Then come out if I don't scream.
Donna Nolan has missed the last Amsterdam flight of the evening.
I've got no way of getting... I'm going to have to live here all night until... What do I do about a flight? I've got no money to pay for it.
She's just supposed to put out her stretchy arm and Inspector Gadget.
She does like
Go Gadget arm.
Yeah. And Inspector Gadget got a little helicopter on his hat as well. You can just fly wherever you're going.
Exchange a flight or anything until you get back to work in Amsterdam.
The only thing we'll do is free transfer you to tomorrow morning.
What do I do tonight?
Have to stay in the airport overnight.
Well, if you're going to be stuck there all night, probably best to not make a scene and embarrass yourself in front of the people you're going to be around for the next 12 hours.
It's been the worst day of my life.
Oh God, never mind, here we go.
It's a lunatic.
While a lot of them do react hysterically, some of them react...
Is that all we're getting from her?
Yeah, there's more to that, isn't there?
Yeah. Imagine she's screaming and shouting because she's got to stay in the airport for 12 hours. And they say, no, you're being abusive. You've got to leave the airport now. Come back in the morning.
Go and spend the night in Liverpool.
Yeah, go and walk the streets until 5 in the morning.
In a calmer, more abusive manner, like this nonce in the orange jacket, for example.
He just got in one pocket.
Oh, I love this channel.
This, great voiceover, this.
While a lot of them do react hysterically, some of them react in a calmer, more abusive manner, like this nonce in the orange jacket, for example.
She's not even 17. Look at her. She doesn't even know how to do her stuff. Right?
Not even.
You're negative. There's nothing positive about you. You're absolutely negative. You're telling me. I mean, it's not worth a while. I'll throw the money in your face and I'll f***ing go up to the flight. You know what I mean?
Ooh. You're hard, showing.
When's the next flight? Up to Inverness today, probably about 5 o'clock. We don't have another one. Yeah, and I've missed the last one here.
Yeah, we only have one.
Yeah, well, you're a right slapper. Thank you a lot.
Okay, so the reason this guy didn't get let on was because he gave incorrect information when signing up for his flight. So first of all, it's his fault, but the lady at the desk handles it so well. When he calls her a slapper, she just turns around and says, thank you.
Yeah, well, you're a right slapper. Thank you a lot.
Back at Luton,
I'd overuse my privileges if I was in one of those jobs. Someone goes, you're a right dick, you. I'd be like, out the airport, you're done. No more flights for you.
I'd try and wind them up a little bit more.
Just antagonise them a bit.
Yeah. I'd want to see more of a show. I just want to get back into them a little bit more and, go fish a bit deeper, if you know what I mean.
I've done service sector jobs before. I've sat on a checkout at a supermarket for ages, and so I was better at it when I was younger, at keeping you calm and things like that. But nowadays, I'd let it go. I'd last a week.
I just become more offensive.
That's what it is, isn't it?
More offensive than them.
I had there was a thing at the end of the checkout I worked on where it was text this number to tell us how your service was today, and someone was being really rude to me, and I just stood up and just went, just fuck off. And they were like, really, it's proper Karen, and they were so shocked at me, and I was like, just fuck off. Fuck off.
Get off and start throwing this shit down the aisle.
But she stood at the end of the till really aggressively texting the number for about 10 minutes. Nothing ever came of it.
Should have picked up and gone, thanks for the review, and put your phone back down.
Delete. Bye.
Our beaten Mel encounters a regular problem.
An entitled middle-class family who haven't heard the word no in over 30 years.
I've got my passport and my driving licence. My wife hasn't got her passport, and neither does my son.
We do have to have one form of ID, like I say. We haven't got one of those.
So we can't fly?
No, not unless you have one of those.
I like it.
The only thing I can do is now transfer you onto the next flight.
I'll just go without and forget about it. There must be something you could do.
No, there's not.
There's absolutely not. It's totally fake. But why? What are you worried that
If I get on a train and go up to Scotland, I don't actually have to have a passport to get. Yeah, of course it's a bloody train, but it's going to the same place.
Right. Just low voice there.
I am getting just a slightly off for this, but
Well,
it strikes me as being very strange.
I can't do anything about it, ma'am. We have no discretion.
I've got loads of identification. I've got loads of cards with me. I've got everything, but I haven't got a photograph.
I was going from Luton
The problem appears to be that we haven't got our photo ID to try and travel to Scotland, which, as far as I can remember, was in the British Isles. What can we do? We're utterly hamstrung by these thick-headed people wearing orange suits who say, oh, you can't do this, can't do that. I mean, it's my son and my wife. It's not as though I'm importing some sort of strange 8-armed monster. How stupid is that?
Overall, there are 120...
They don't know that, though, do they?
Her compo face in the background. Look how sad I am. Probably tells you on the booking, bring photo ID, you clown.
Yeah.
That means everyone in the party, not just you.
You check these things before you go. What time do I need to get there? What do I need to take with me? It's pretty simple stuff, isn't it?
25 episodes, and loads of them are available to watch free on YouTube. So I'll add the links to the playlist in the description. As it was on through the early 2000s as well, there's more than just freak out episodes. There's one where Liverpool football team go through the airport and you see people like Michael Owen heading off to a Champions League game, and slightly more sobering, there's even an episode from 2001 when they were filming on the actual day of 9/11. Anyway, I hope you guys enjoyed the video. If you did, please drop a like and subscribe to the channel. Please.
I can't.
Why? I'm sorry, I can't.
Why? I'm just begging you. I'm begging you.
There's
please.
no need begging. There's no need begging because I'm not going to change my mind yet.
Please.
You're not listening.
Please, just try. Oh, please.
Anyway, thanks for watching. Enjoy this last clip, and hopefully I'll see you on my next video soon.
Talking about EasyJet. How the is it easy for supposed to only have credit card? Huh? How the is it called EasyJet then?
We aren't allowed to book tickets even on the day with cash or a credit card. In the airport does it say this? And then my boss said no because it's a new system now, so we can't bend the rules. I've asked if I can do it.
Full of language. Big man, shut up before I box in your mouth. Manager will come speak to you.
Make your
talking
point.
About EasyJet.
Excuse me. Excuse me. If you want to make a
shut
point.
Up, man. Move from yourself.
All right, you won't be flying. Forget it.
I won't be flying. I wasn't flying in the first place.
That was great.
The best one is just go and have a seat over there. Someone will be right with you, and then just totally just leave him.
Yeah,
you know what I mean.
Yeah, that's shut up before I box you in your mouth. It's like, imagine if she actually understood what he said at that point. Would have security get him out of here.
Funny, some great ones there, weren't they?
It was a golden age of people freaking out. Yeah. Before, I think, because it was before everyone would have their camera phone out filming everyone freaking out, and it's an actual film crew. People act in such a weird way. Nowadays, everyone's used to it. If you're going to do that in a supermarket, for example,
you have 10 phones on you.
Yeah, 10 phones instantly. You're being live streamed. Yeah, I love it.
Yeah, great comedy. Hope you guys enjoyed it too. Don't forget to like and subscribe. We'll catch you on the next one.
Cheers, guys.
Cheers.